Awesome. So it's Rorschach in the dark today. Yeah. Okay. Uh, Here I am. I'm voice only, and but here to say it's Spoken World Online week number 30. And I dug out a couple of poems inspired by the muse, and one concerning the bard. And these are from the ancient times of the 20th century, but they speak to me today. Shakespeare's Coffee. So many poems, so many books, piles of poems and books and dust. The music plays on. Gray light flits through the shutter slates, singing poetry slowly and softly. On a wooden stage, through a microphone, booming stoned voice reverberating. Long hair waving, crowd energy feeding. And are there ages hence, and states unborn, and accents yet unknown? I want another cup of coffee, one more joint before I go, one more kiss I've yet to know. Endless miles of asphalt. I cannot help it. I mean, always returning to the asphalt. It's so apparent in its presence. Shouts it out, laughs at me, calls me a hypocrite. When the hell have you ever lived? Oh, William Shakespeare, thou art mighty yet. Thy words walk around and turn our pens in our own proper minds. Have you seen all these fears flowing out of these light specks between darkness? A momentary awareness, all that is required to withstand the ages. This life is now. We are having roast duck for dinner. Weekend nights walking stoned and drunk through the city streets. Watch metal monsters munching mothers mercilessly. Diabolical evil ideas about the fall and rearrangement of the world pour through my head. All impractical, fantastical pipe dreams. I would like to see myself in a green, springy, pastoral world, smiling and meeting peaceful people. I see that possibility all around me. But I also see the way the world is. And here's the second poem. Poet's Economy. This poem is actually changing and swirling on this new page, and it's going to be different what I'm going to read from what's on the page. Poet's Economy. At the corner of Dwight and Telegraph. The economics of being a poet. I do not want to live on the street. Okay to sit here in the sun, but it gets cold at night. If I had money, I could get all the drugs I want just by sitting here. Do you need some doses, man? Do you want to buy some indica? It's the kind. Many, many years ago when I used to hang out here, if I got cold or bored, I went home to Martinez, to my mom and dad's warm house, but not anymore. I have an apartment in the city, and the rent is due in a week or two. I have a lovely daughter, a beautiful wife. Why is my soul so filled with strife? Why do I feel alone? I can cook. I can write a book. My creditors want to be paid. My landlord wants the rent. The interviewer said, "You are an ambitious man. Why did you quit your job a year ago this month? We can promise you a robot slot, and you will not be happy here. But we can only pay much less than you could make by breaking the law." I said I would consider it. He said, "We will call you next week." Now I sit on the corner and contemplate the economics of being a poet. I see these young kids, traveling fans of bands, wook-lot denizens, drugs in their pockets, clouds in their heads. I see old-time hippies from before the year one. Girls that stare at me, students that run to make their next class up at the Cal Berkeley machine. Coffee-wired professors who scheme and who dream of sabbatical leaves, far from Telegraph Town, where dealers and cops fight war on the street, a ruthless Cold War. That's the life for a freak in late end times Berkeley. Strange days indeed. And I, a young poet, sit here for a while, watching a poem grow from old fertile soil. Then will I return to my present need, searching for money on which to feed, searching for work while retaining my soul. The economics of being a poet. I will find a way to live and to write because I have something to say.